Hello. Oh, thanks for bringing us back, Darren.
I'm Mark.
Yeah,
I'm the fixer. I'm 50 years old.
Great news.
And I'm in the entertainment business. Why do they call me the fixer? Because I fix things. In entertainment, if someone's got a show they want put on, I'll put it on. If they want an act, I'll find that act. If they want a celebrity, I'll get you that celebrity. I've also brought quite a few people back who have been out the game for a little while, or no, they've never been out the game, but it's been quiet for them, and I've got them back in the swing of it. Well, the boxing promoting's come later on, actually. Not actual fights, it's more after dinner speeches, and a lot of people are into meeting boxers at corporate events and that. So I've called on my old friends that I've known for many years who are into boxing, former world champions, etc. I've met great fighters such as Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. I've done photo shoots with Mike. With the British boxers, I deal with them all the time. I'm constantly on the phone to quite a few of the ex-world champions. The biggest catch I would say that I've had is Roberto Duran. I don't think I've ever taken on anything or put forward anything that I haven't delivered. If I say someone's going to be there, I've never had anyone not turn up in 30 years. And I think, you know, that speaks volumes. I remember going to see the Sugar Ray Leonard-Roberto Duran fight when they had the first fight in Montreal in 1980. Now, if I turned around and said I'll have him living here around my house for a week every year, they would have put me in a nut house. Yet that's come reality. I've got a couple of acts that I look after all the time. I've got a young girl who I think is very, very promising, Amber Hollywood. Now, Amber I've known for many years because I'm very close friend to her family. I remember when her grandfather was pushing her to me, and she's got to a level now where she's a great singer, but she's a great, but better than all that, she's a great package.
Good! That is first take, baby. It's good. Yeah. I love that. Right, on to the rap. Let's quickly knock out that rap.
Okay.
She's very easy to work with. Her feet are like tight on the floor. She's got a lot of family values. She is so determined to get where she wants to get. The boys are pushed aside until I believe, till she's ready. And I feel that I've made the right choice going with her, and I feel she's made the right choice with my knowledge and the people I know, with her coming with me.
I've had different managers in the past, and obviously it's not worked out. They've not done what they're supposed to do, and I do trust you, I really do. And I don't want this to come across in the wrong way, but I just want to know what the plan is. Like where we go from here, what we're going to do next, because it's scary. It's like my whole life, my whole career in your hands, which does scare me because I don't really have much control over it. You're my manager, so I just wanted to know, like, what's the next step, basically.
I got a call yesterday from Alistair Abrahams, you know, the guy that I introduced you to, the former manager of Alexander O'Neill.
I forgot he did that, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know the guys that I introduced you to, the ones that were involved with Chipmunk and whatever, and those new guys, the ones that I wasn't sure about, well, they've just had a #1 with Wiley. I think it's #3 now. It was #1 last week. Well, they produced that, and he gave me a call and told me about it, and said they want to produce something with you.
Ah.
Now that is a good opportunity, and that can go along with the other 3, so we build up till we've got an album's worth.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
When do we go down there?
Well, any time. Just let them know, and
this is so what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
I've got a feeling they've got a track ready for you.
Okay.
So that's where it's going at the moment, and obviously.
Sounds like it's going the right way.
Yeah.
Mark, as my manager, is lovely, really lovely to me. He manages or looks after some people who used to be in the limelight, used to be like a recording artist, but I think I'm his only current act.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
And then yeah, I get on stage, I love it, and get off and forget it. It's like when I'm on when I'm on stage, sorry, it goes so quick, and I kind of go into another world, so that when I come off stage, I'm like, I don't even know how that just went.
We've kept you away from the smaller places. You've been doing some decent stuff. You've done the town show, didn't you, the other week? It's just a case of getting you out there.
Yeah, because I want to start with the songs we've got, and obviously if we get this new song, that'd be amazing. I want to start showcasing it to people as well, people my own age, to see how it goes.
Yeah,
down.
we'll do that. But before we do that, I want to go down another route, which I'll talk to you later about. I just want to see where we go with this, with Alistair and these guys. You know who Wiley is, don't you?
Yeah, of course I know.
Right. Well, I didn't.
I want to do gigs to people my own age and younger. My own songs, obviously, I want to see how they go down with people my age. And then, obviously, in the long run, I want a record deal. That's the plan. Like, I know he cares. I know he's got my best interests at heart. I think he can lose his temper. Not with me. Just with, I've seen him lose his temper before, which is a little bit scary. But to me, he's really nice, and I know that with his friends, he'd do anything he can for them. So yeah, he's a really nice man. Like a big teddy bear. Okay, so I know where we're going with me.
Right.
And I know you don't like talking about this.
Right, go on.
Okay, so you can look after me. I need to know that you're going to look after yourself, because at the moment,
Yeah, go on.
when we can be talking and you can fall asleep like that, and that scares me, because I need you to be healthy as well, and I need you to be able to do what you can do.
Right, you've been speaking the roof?
Maybe.
Well.
And don't think I'm not going to tell her. If I see you eating a cake, I'm going to tell her. I am, but it's because I care.
Right.
You know, like, you need to be healthy. I need you to be healthy.
I'm very healthy. I mean, look at me. You got anything to say? Yeah, carry on.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I feel a lot better now speaking
Right.
to you. I was a bit nervous coming to speak
I'll
to
tell you what, I'll look after myself. You don't get no tattoos.
Oh, you're so out of order.
I'm not out of order.
You are so out of order.
I don't think
But it's
tattoos
not the
go...
same, because tattoos is
No,
affecting my health.
Well, it's affecting you.
Why is it?
Well, if God wanted you to be born with like writing all up your arms and wherever.
Okay, if we're going to talk about the God thing, surely if he's given me my body, it's mine, so I can do what I want with it.
Well, I can say the same about me then, couldn't I?
You're so...
Don't try and outwit me. Remember, I was a politician for 8 years.
Yeah, we agree on most things. I mean, things like my tattoo, the next tattoo I want to get, we're never going to agree on, and I'm just going to have to do that in secret, because he's just never going to let me. But most things we agree on. Mark is a competitive man. Obviously, everyone wants to be the best. What's the point in joining a race if you don't want to win? There's no point. I think everyone's a bit competitive. It's just how far you're willing to take it. Okay, well, I'm glad I know where we're going with my career.
We're going to go all the way with your career. Without tattoos. Well, I've got all different clients. I've got charities. I've got big corporate companies. I've got nightclubs. I've got clients over in different countries such as Cyprus, Dubai. I've put Diversity out a few times, who won Britain's Got Talent. A great dance troupe. Probably I would say they're probably the best known in Europe. I think the first big act I started working with, and at the time he was huge, was Alexander O'Neill. From then I started working with people like Gwen Dickey from Rolls-Royce, Shalimar, who are good friends of mine, come over from America, down to Eddie Holman, Hey There Lonely Girl, Junior Giscombe. I'm looking around my office actually, looking at some of this. I managed Womack and Womack for a period of time. I've worked with China Black. I've worked with Jackie Graham. I worked with Steve Brookstein, who won the first X Factor, who's a personally good friend of mine. And the guy that I would say that I work with the most, who has become a very close friend of mine, and we've done a lot together, is Kenny Thomas. I don't go around looking for new talent. If something hits me in the face, obviously you always have that, you know, you'll always have that something in you that says, let's have a look at that, you know. Oh, Stevie Brookstein. Stevie's, as you know, is a household name. People haven't seen too much of him of recent times. Well, it's not a secret. Him and Simon Cowell don't get on. His wife, who still uses the name Eileen Hunter, have been going out doing jazz clubs, big hotels, singing their stuff, and it's really, really good. He's just had a delightful little girl called Esme, and I know he's very, very proud. And at the moment, I believe he's at home decorating a bedroom for her, so he won't be out for the next couple of weeks. He said, don't get him no work in over this period, so he can be there with the family. Being a family man to Steve is more important than, that's the only thing that's more important than the music to him. You get a lot of divas in this business, but then again, they've earned that. They've been there, done it. I mean, one of the greatest, some of the one-liners and some of the articulated things that some of these acts come out with, I mean, always gives me a smile. I'll mention one, for instance. I remember I was working with Suzi Quatro, who's a big glam rock artist from the 70s, and I had a young girl in my band who started an argument with her, and I thought, oh God, what's going on here? And I remember her turning around to her and saying, you're a has-been, and Suzi come back and said, better than it ever was. And it's little things like that that make me smile, and that's what I enjoy about it. Pianist, Steve goes out with her a hell of a lot, working together. Steve's laid back quite a bit over the last couple of years. I think through all the propaganda and all the rubbish that's been flying around about him. I feel very sad for Steve in a lot of ways. Although I say sad, I feel happy for him because I feel he'll find his feet sooner or later, because as they say, greatness always rises. What people don't realise, I think, is Steve not only had a #1 single after X Factor, which most of them do, but he also had a #1 album. And I think it was when he was making his second one that he had a fallout with Mr. Cowell. They say he wouldn't be told what to do, but then if you're a musician, you want to put out the best you can. You don't want to put out something that something that's not up to your standard that other people have done before. people do covers, there's nothing wrong with that, you can make it your own. But I can see his point, that why would he want to put out a whole album full of covers? He done that on his first album, and I think he wanted to change it a bit on his second. And unfortunately, he argued with the wrong guy, and he seems to have, everyone seems to blank him off wherever he goes. Once he gets to a certain level, people don't want to know him. And I feel it's all due to the problems he had. I'm going to be careful how I word this, so that I don't end up with litigation against me. But I would say, no, Steve's got a lot of prospects. Wherever I take him, everyone's happy. They say, what a great singer. We didn't realise he was that good. I feel the guy will get his chance. It will come again, and this time, he'll make the most of it. I think I'm very lucky and blessed to have Amber. I think that young lady's got a very good chance of breaking through. In fact, she will break through. It'll be a crime if she doesn't. I mean, one of the greatest, some of the one-liners and some of the articulated things that some of these acts come out with, I mean, always gives me a smile. I'll mention one, for instance. I remember I was working with Suzi Quatro, who's a big glam rock artist from the 70s, and I had a young girl in my band who started an argument with her, and I thought, oh God, what's going on here? And I remember her turning around to her and saying, you're a has-been. And Suzi come back and said, better than it ever was. And it's little things like that that make me smile.